Hello, how are you? In today's video, I've put together a list of collagen-rich foods for you, which will help you improve your skin and make you feel better. A lot of people tell me they'd love to use collagen, but they don't have the money to buy the supplement. We know it's a bit expensive, especially if it's a good supplement, which needs to be used over the medium and long term to start seeing results. And for some people, it really becomes unfeasible. And a lot of people have asked me to give tips on foods that boost collagen production in the body. So I decided to make this video with a lot of care. I'm sure you're going to love it. Stay with me until the end. First of all, if you're new here, take this moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. I post new videos every day and you won't want to miss them. If you know someone who wants to boost their self-esteem, feel their skin looking more beautiful and rejuvenated, share this video. Let's spread this chain of positivity together because that's what I want here on the channel. So a lot of people have asked me to talk more about foods that are sources of collagen because I have another video where I talk about the benefits of collagen, all those claims related to health and aesthetics, and people ask me to talk more about sources of collagen. Where can we find sources of collagen or foods that help produce more collagen in our daily lives? So I decided to put together this list with a lot of care for you. Let's get started. The first food that comes to mind when we think about increasing the amount of collagen in our body is bone broth, or bone soup, as some people call it. It can be made with chicken bones, usually using the bones from the chicken breast. So you buy the chicken, remove the meat that you're going to use however you like, the breast, the drumstick, the thigh, and that carcass that we usually throw away, you use to make this broth. And some people also use beef bones, usually the cow's foot, marrow bones, those hollow parts that have that gelatinous substance inside the beef broth itself, which you usually buy at the butcher shop. The good thing is that they're very accessible, very cheap, so you can make it. So how do you make this bone broth? Ideally, you should add a little vinegar when making it so it releases more nutrients and dissolves better. Saute it with garlic, with onion, add whatever seasonings you like, cover it with plenty of water. Really fill the pot with water. It might seem like a lot, but the best way is to cook it on low heat, okay? So for chicken broth, usually cook it for 4 hours on low heat, and for beef broth, usually about 6 hours more. Since it's not always practical to do this every single day, you can simply let it cool completely, then carefully put it into individual ice cube trays, freeze it solid, and then transfer the frozen cubes to a convenient bag. This way you'll have perfectly pre-portioned amounts ready to use, perhaps 1 or 2 per day, for your essential daily needs. There are already several studies that say it really is a good source of collagen for us to consume. Some studies are inconclusive, but some have actually shown evidence that it is an excellent source of collagen to add to your daily routine. Not to mention that it's practical, because if you make it the way I told you, you can even use it as a beef broth to prepare your meals. You don't necessarily have to consume it plain, so it's a very versatile option. And some people ask me if it can only be made with chicken or beef. No, you can even make it with pork bones, with fish, or with any other animal you want. If you have goat or lamb, it's the animal's bone because you'll be using part of its connective tissue and some of the marrow that's inside the bone, okay? And you always have to cook it on low heat and for a long time so that we can achieve proper cooking and release of these nutrients. The second food source of collagen, which increases collagen in our body, is gelatin. Gelatin is nothing more than cooked collagen. So for you to understand, it's basically the same thing. But it's no use just grabbing that strawberry gelatin full of sugar because it won't have the same beneficial effect. The ideal is that you actually buy unflavored gelatin sheets, and use them in recipes in a healthier way so that you get all the benefits without adding coloring, preservatives, or even sugar. I even have a video on the channel talking about whether gelatin makes you gain or lose weight, where I share some healthy recipes using natural unflavored gelatin for you to add to your daily routine. You can watch it there to get more ideas as well. In fact, there was a study published in 2017 in a highly respected scientific nutrition journal, which stated that consuming enriched gelatin, that is, together with vitamin C, increased collagen synthesis in your body and aided in tissue repair. So, this already brings us to the next topic about foods that I wanted to tell you about, which help produce collagen within your body. It is not a source of collagen, but it greatly increases your body's collagen production. These are foods that are sources of vitamin C. Vitamin C significantly boosts collagen production, so consuming more foods rich in vitamin C will really help you in this regard. So, lemons, limes, tangerines, and oranges are obviously foods that are very rich in vitamin C. Everyone knows that, but bell peppers are as well. Some dark green vegetables, tomatoes, and pumpkin are also good sources for your daily diet. Foods rich in copper also help because copper aids in the formation of melanin, red blood cells, and collagen in our bodies as well. So, you must be wondering which foods are rich in copper. They include oysters, but oysters are harder for us to eat on a daily basis in some regions. But liver, shellfish, dark leafy greens as well, dried legumes, so beans, lentils, and some nuts are good options for your daily diet. Niacin, or vitamin B3, also helps with collagen synthesis and even improves the appearance of your skin, reducing those spots. Because many people seeking rejuvenation don't just want firmer skin, they also want their skin to look a bit lighter in terms of age spots. Because sometimes we end up with those spots over time from exposure, those marks, not quite freckles, but actual spots. So, people want to lighten these spots, which we even call age spots, because they're related to aging, and vitamin B3 can help. So, what are the food sources of B3 that you can add to your diet? Brewer's yeast is a good source. I even have another video here on the channel talking more about its benefits. If you want to know more, I'll leave the link in the description. Beetroot, tuna, and sunflower seeds are also good options. And liver, kidneys, these animal organs are also good sources. Iron, together with vitamin C, is also a cofactor in collagen production. So consuming foods rich in iron can help you if you have a deficiency. Always remember that iron in excess is also pro-oxidative and can be harmful to our bodies. So I'm not necessarily suggesting that you take iron supplements, but rather that you add more sources of iron to your diet. We have non-heme iron, which is plant-based iron that is not bound to hemoglobin, and heme iron, which is bound to hemoglobin and therefore comes from animal sources. So, meats in general, beef, chicken, fish, as well as dark green leafy vegetables. I even have a video here on the channel that talks about anemia, which goes into more detail about these different types of iron and all their sources. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to learn more about it. I also want to remind you that I have another video here on the channel about the benefits of collagen, and another playlist, a list of videos covering everything about skin, the best foods, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, acne. I'll leave all of that for you down below in the description if you want to learn more about it, okay? Take this opportunity and tell me down below in the comments which of these foods you're going to add to your diet from now on to help your skin look even more beautiful. I really want to know. And if there's any food you started eating that made a big difference in your skin, share it with us here. It's always great to exchange this kind of information and keep spreading the good vibes. Share this video with someone you know will enjoy it. Let's keep spreading this movement together, once again, because it's really important these days. Also, take a moment now to like the video, because that helps me out. And if you're new here, don't waste any more time. Subscribe to the channel now and turn on the notification bell. I have new videos every day talking about nutrition, health, fitness, beauty. You won't want to miss them. See you next time. Bye.